Hello everybody. So last week we filled the sketchbook page with skulls, moss, and lichen. I had a lot of fun. You've seen the first one and also the second one I painted. I ended up filling the rest of the sketchbook page. I really like how the profile one turned out. And actually this bottom one I painted with coffee because I ran out of water. I couldn't get water at the time. So for this week's video, I decided I would paint some more moss and lichen. And by the way, they're very different things. Mosses are small, non-vascular, flowerless plants. They're like that dense green clumps or mats that we know that grow in shady and damp areas. And lichen is a hybrid colony of algae or cyanobacteria living symbiotically among multiple fungi species, along with yeast and bacterias. And they're actually a life form that first brought the term symbiosis under biological context. Actually, they're very complicated species, and I'm reading off of Google or Wikipedia, but definitely do your own research. I am not an expert, but I found that fascinating. So I started off with the wet on wet technique and then added in some color. I played around with the greens and some warm colors from yellow to orange and some red. And then I used mostly my number 2 round paintbrush to dot in details and just try different techniques. This part was fun as I was dabbing little dots with the very tip of the paintbrush. The end of my paintbrush is a little bit curved, so I actually got some really cool shapes when I was doing this. I was just kind of playing around. Painting the moss was more of a fun little experiment. I think when I fill the rest of this page, I will definitely detail more to reference, but still keep a stylized look. I kind of just went off of the references that I was looking at and just did my own thing, creating weird shapes, and it was a lot of fun. I mixed my greens with black, and then there's a Payne's gray, and also a purple, brown, some yellow to get different shades of green. If you mix your greens with yellow, you get a very olive green color, and it's one of my favorite colors. So playing with the greens was a lot of fun. Just dotting in more darker details and some more darker browns, giving it a variety. I kind of had a shape for this mossy patch, and I kind of went with the composition, creating shapes around certain areas to draw the eye, but I didn't have a plan, not using an initial sketch. I've been doing this quite often, trying to teach myself to see the shapes of things when I paint them. I do love to draw with a pencil and pen as well. With watercolor, sometimes it's just satisfying to go in and just paint with an idea in mind, but still following some kind of structure and composition. With this part, I had a little bit of a dry brush and I got really tiny dots. Wanted to define some more tinier details. And then I took my 0.5 round tip brush to create some lichen-like shapes. Lichen has a lot of different characteristics, which is super interesting. Definitely want to do more of those in the future. This brush works really well for finer details. It's just you do have to refill it quite often because it doesn't hold a lot of moisture, but then again it's very tiny. And then I decided to add in some little ferny-like plants just to give a little bit more a defined detail, because at first I was worried that I wasn't really sure what I was looking at towards the end, but I trusted the process and I just kept painting. I really like how the oranges and the yellows mixed together with the red. It adds a little pop of color with the green. And then here I was nervous to add in some really darker colors, but I decided this needed a little bit more contrast. So I took some more green, added some more black to it, and it created this brownish green color that I darkened some areas with so that I would have that contrast. Using this dabbing technique, kept with the style of this patch of lichen and moss. Is it lichen or lichen? Going in with even a darker tone because these colors will dry lighter after they are dry, and I was mostly working with the paper being damp. The darker colors really helped with the composition of this painting, so I was glad I went in with them. And then here's the final result. I actually am quite satisfied with this. I'm wondering if it does look like moss though, but again, stylistic. and it was more of an experiment, and I'm excited to fill the rest of this page with more lichen and moss. I've been very busy with working 2 jobs, so I haven't had a whole lot of time to paint, but I will be excited again to fill this page and share with you guys next week. Videos are uploaded every Friday. You can check out my imprint shop, where you can find some of my artwork up there if you want to purchase a print or a sticker. You can find me on the social medias and the links in the descriptions below, along with my imprint shop. That's about it for this video. Thank you for watching, guys. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.